Here it is, spelled out in matchsticks. 7 minus 1 equals 2, but work it out. 7 minus 1 is 6, not 2, so the whole line is false. You get exactly one move, no more. Slide a single matchstick to a new place, and make the equation come out true. The tempting thing is to fiddle with the numbers themselves. Shave a stick off the 2, pad out the 1, try a few swaps. All that ever gives you is a fresh wrong sum. Poking at the digits leads nowhere here. The real handle is sitting somewhere you have not thought to look. One matchstick, placed where it truly matters, can flip a whole equation from false to true in a single move. It can look a lot like luck, but it is not. There is a reliable way to find that place instead of guessing and hoping something fits. By the end, you will run the method yourself. Look closely at the top bar of the 7. Take that one stick away, and the 7 quietly collapses into a 1. Now you are holding a spare matchstick in your hand, one clean stick with nowhere obvious to put it. The only thing left to decide is where that spare should finally land. Lay it flat across the minus sign, and the minus becomes a plus. Read the whole line back. 1 plus 1 equals 2. That is true. One stick moved, and yet two things changed together. A digit got smaller, and a sign flipped at the same time. That sign flip is the real trick. Here is why a sign carries so much weight. A plus 3 is really an instruction. Add 3. Turn it into a minus 3, and the instruction becomes the opposite. Take 3 away. So you did not only lose the 3 you were adding, you are now 3 in the other direction as well. So the result falls by 6 in total, and 6 is exactly twice the 3. Nudge a digit, and the answer moves only a little. Flip a sign, and the answer swings by double. So whenever the gap looks too wide for a digit to close, stop and go looking for an operator. Guessing can wander forever, so run the search properly instead. There are only so many sticks, so the list of moves is short. Write down every legal one-stick move, then test each one in turn. On 7 minus 1 equals 2, most of them die fast. Pull a stick off the 2, and it stops being a digit at all. That is the trap the puzzle sets. A careless solver keeps nudging digits, hoping one lucky change lands on the answer, and never thinks to check the moves in order. The fix is to be systematic. When the list is exhausted, you know for certain whether a move exists. Shift a stick around inside the 1, and you only reach another false sum. Just one move on the whole list survives the test, the stick that drops onto the sign. That is the entire method. Lay the moves out, cross off the dead ends, and keep whatever is still standing when you finish. Now open the gap right up. 14 plus 7 minus 4, all set to equal 11. Add the left side carefully, and you land on 17. That is 6 too big. 6 is far too large a miss to fix by trimming one digit, so a small nudge could never close that far. So swing the two signs at once. Slide one stick from the plus straight across to the minus. The plus drops down to a minus, and the minus lifts up to a plus. 14 minus 7 plus 4 is 11, exactly. One stick crossed between two signs, and that double swing erased a gap of 6. This time, watch a stick leave a whole number instead. 12 minus 2 plus 7, aiming for 11, currently makes 17, 6 too big. The one at the front of 12 is just a single upright stick, standing on its own. That one lonely stick is about to carry the entire fix by itself. Take the 1 off the front, and 12 shrinks down to just 2. Then carry that stick over to the minus and stand it upright, so the minus becomes a plus. Read it now, 2 plus 2 plus 7, which comes to 11. A number shrank and a sign flipped, both from one move. Here is the surprising one. A single stick, then a group of 2 sticks, then a group of 3, all added together and meant to equal 4. As drawn, that reads 1 plus 2 plus 3, which comes to 6. So it sits 2 too high right now. Take one stick from the group of 2, leaving a lone stick behind. Carry it into the group of 3 and stand it up as a plus that splits the group into 1 plus 1. The line now reads 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, and that finally totals 4. Not every fix is a sign, though. 9 minus 6 equals 5, and 9 minus 6 is really 3. So try the operator first. 9 plus 6 is 15, nowhere near 5. The sign is no help at all here, so the method quietly sends you to the digits instead. Look at the 5 on the right. It is only a single stick away from a 3. Move its top left stick over to the top right, and the 5 turns into a 3. 9 minus 6 equals 3. True. Rule the sign out first, and then the right digit stands out clearly. Step back, and the whole method is clear. Every digit and every sign on the line is only sticks, and the total number of sticks never changes at all. All you ever get to choose is where a single stick finally comes to rest. Nothing is added, and nothing is thrown away. So list the legal moves and test them one by one. Landing on a digit only nudges the answer gently. Landing on a sign swings it by double, since a plus turns into a minus. Aim at the biggest lever that can close the gap, and then keep the one move that survives. Your turn now. 8 plus 1 equals 1, which is plainly false, since 8 plus 1 is really 9. You have exactly one matchstick to move. Find the lever first, and then build the fix around it. Pause here and give it a real try before the answer arrives. The plus is your lever again. Slide its upright stick onto the 1 on the right, so that 1 grows a top bar and becomes a 7. The plus, now stripped of its upright, drops to a minus. 8 minus 1 equals 7. All true, from a single stick moved. One more to try on your own. 12 minus 2 plus 7, made to equal 11, but it really makes 17. That is 6 too big again. You have seen this exact shape before, so remember that a single stick can shrink a whole number. Pause and put your stick where it does the most. The one at the front of 12 is your single stick. Lift it off, and 12 becomes just 2. Set it on the minus to make a plus, and the line reads 2 plus 2 plus 7. That is 11. One number shrank and one sign flipped, together in a single move. Last one. 7 minus 2 equals 3. Though 7 minus 2 is really 5. So test the sign first, the way the method says. 7 plus 2 is 9. No use to us at all. The sign is out, and so the fix must be hiding inside one of the digits. Pause and hunt for it. The 3 on the right is only one stick short of a 5, since a 3 and a 5 differ by a single stick. Move its top right stick across to the top left, and the 3 turns into a 5. 7 minus 2 equals 5, true. Once the sign is ruled out, the digit move is easy to spot. This small game turns up more widely than you would think. Puzzle books and reasoning tests reach for it because it rewards a patient search over a lucky guess. And the habit underneath it, listing every move and then testing each one in turn, is exactly how people crack much larger problems too. So do not just poke at the numbers and hope for the best. Everything on the line is sticks. The count is always fixed, and one stick should land where it does the most work. List the moves, flip a sign whenever the gap is wide, and watch false quietly become true. That's all for this video.